Yo, okay, happy Monday, everyone. I hope you guys have had a good weekend, a little bit of a long weekend. The CME data on Friday causing a little bit of a mix-up, but I hope that you guys had a good November. We'll see if we can catch some trades here to start the week, but stocks are trading lower this morning. I think it had something to do with that Japanese 10-year, the government. I saw that the government bonds or something, the yields up to 1.84%. It's highest since April 2008. So we can bring that up. I saw that over here. Do you know why this is happening overnight?
No.
So this is what I saw.
Apparently the Facebook stream is not working right now. I'll try to add it back. Just, you can continue, I'll add it back.
Yeah, okay, perfect. If you can, are you going to sort out the Facebook?
I got it. You can.
Okay, perfect.
Go for it.
Yeah, so this is what I saw this morning. Japan's 10-year government bond yield surges to 1.84%, its highest level since April 2008. So that's pretty interesting. But we got stocks here. So NVDA, Tesla, Meta, all down pre-market over 1%. And then the DAX was falling off this morning as well. So I actually caught a little bit of that move on the DAX. You can see over here, if you go to my screen, I'm up $7,000 so far to start December.
Nice.
So that's nice. But yeah, in terms of market movements as well, we do have some news at 5 p.m. We got ISM manufacturing PMI. So that will be 30 minutes into the market open. I got some levels here on ES that I am looking at as well. Down at pre-market lows at 800, and then back at 830 that I am looking at personally myself. So yeah, what do you have this morning? What are you liking, André? If you can bring up your screen as well, and then we can just have a look.
Let me just pull it up.
Yeah.
So what's weird is that these levels, I just added this one here, these zones that I had from Thursday. So what day was this? From Wednesday of last week.
Sure.
Were
André, just check that your voice is coming through the correct speakers. If you can check on settings.
Oh God.
Let's have a look. At least we can, still 30 minutes to the open or 20 minutes to the open, but I think it is.
Does that sound better?
There we go. That's much better. Okay.
Yeah, I must have had it on my computer and not.
Yeah, sometimes it resets.
So it's good now. Like you can actually hear me.
Correct. Yeah, you're sounding like I was talking. You're sounding like when Norris is in front of Verstappen and you can't hear because he's so far.
Oh yeah, or Norris is just not doing anything, fumbling as usual. That start.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. The last race.
I'm really upset, honestly. Not to derail this conversation, I'm so upset about Antonelli fumbling that last lap. Oversteer into the whatever. There was 3 corners left. The guy couldn't hold his place. That's crazy because that changes so much now.
Of course.
For this weekend, that changes so much. So I cannot believe Antonelli is. He let him by. I mean, he didn't let him by, but
sure.
He oversteered into the last corner. He was holding him off for 15 laps, and then all of a sudden, magically on the last lap, he oversteers and Lando has this perfect pass to go by. I don't know. I was not happy about that. But you know what else, by the way, which is related to those athletes in general?
Sure.
People have been giving him so much hate online about dropping the ball on that and letting Lando by. And it's dude, you're a professional athlete, making millions of dollars. You're a Formula One driver, 1 of 20 in the world. Yeah, you're gonna get hate. Grow up.
Yeah.
These athletes, what are they oh, you can't give me hate because I'm still yeah, dude, you're a professional athlete, 1 of 20 in the world. You're arguably going to be one of the best to do it, based on his career. In the next 10 years, he should be up there with the greats. And he's well, I made a mistake. Don't give me hate. Come on, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's when what was it, Ocon that crashed out? Remember when to force the Abu Dhabi 2021?
Latifi.
Yeah,
Latifi.
Yeah, Nicholas Latifi. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure like he got a lot of death threats and whatever else. And like, listen, I know that's like really scary. And like, I don't want that for anyone, but it's part of the deal. Like, I just think that, like, it's part of being an athlete. Like when you're,
no matter what you do, you're always you're gonna get hate, bro. So whether you do well or you do bad, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
I just put the comment on there. Yeah. So I'm hoping that Max can pull it off this week. That would be absolutely legendary. It would be awesome if Norris and Piastri can just take each other out. That would be great.
Jeez, if that happens, that would be wild. That would be wild.
I mean, if any team deserves that, it's McLaren with their stupid papaya rules and all that garbage nonsense that they've been doing all this entire year. I literally cannot even believe that they've made it this far with these like terrible rules and like, oh, well, last year we let you, like when they asked Piastri to let Norris by because last season they swapped back for Oscar's first win. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? That was last year. Like, that's not this year.
Yeah, no, that it is going to be interesting. I mean, to say the least, for sure. It's going to be an interesting last race. All three of them could win. So.
Yeah, I mean, Max better pull it off. Apparently, which I don't know if it's confirmed, but I heard that last year, Brazil, when Max came back from P17 to win, and that was like really Lando's only chance to like clinch that championship last year. Apparently, Lando didn't sleep for like 36 hours. He was like haunted that he dropped the ball like that.
Yeah.
So I think that Max really lives in his head. And I think that if anyone can beat Lando this weekend, obviously I think it's going to be Max.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be interesting, obviously, because different circuits also favor different cars. But it's wild that they got DQ'd. When was it? Like 2 weekends ago.
Oh, dude, I was so happy about that.
Of course. But no, say what's up in the chat here. Let's see what you guys are looking at this morning. As I said, I've had those DAX shorts overnight. And then ES and NQ kind of just been in a range since the drop off immediately from the market open this morning.
Yeah. So just one thing that I was saying is these levels, these zones that I had from Wednesday are actually holding up pretty nicely right now. On ES, that low of day zone that I had bounced really nicely off of there. And then NQ, the earlier zone, I just added this one this morning. I didn't have this last Wednesday, but again, reacting nicely off this zone. But any touches when the volume is a lot lower, so if I just add my volume here, any touches to, like this is the London session right now, but volume is going to be significantly lower than it is in the New York session. So for me, what I'm thinking about is these levels are not going to have as much weight to me, like outside of a Globex high or low or London high or low. These are not areas that I'm like really focused on just because of, I just never have done that. So I'll wait for New York's range. And obviously these are very key levels here to focus on. Like there was definitely increased volume overnight. Like this move is pretty big on NQ, 350 points, like since the highs on Sunday. But like these are, this is definitely an area of interest, but I just want to make sure that I'm using levels that have high volume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then of course I'm going to be looking at my edgeful stats, the opening candle continuation, have my screener on. So we'll see what happens into the open. Yeah. Anyone had any trades or have any bias or levels that they're looking at coming into the open their side?
Yeah, let us know, guys.
It's been super hot here in South Africa where I'm at. So It gets tiring in the afternoon.
How cold does it get there?
Nah, not cold, bro. I don't know in Fahrenheit, but probably like 15 degrees is like the coldest it gets where I'm at. So
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
what that is.
That's not bad,
but I don't know.
actually.
Celsius to Fahrenheit.
60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 60 degrees. Is it? Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's kind of like Miami.
Yeah, it's very similar because it gets very humid as well. So very similar conditions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael's looking at NASDAQ longs. Okay. I would say, as long as you see that level to the left there, as long as it clears 25,350, I think that we could see longs. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, guys, let me just pull up edgeful quick. Going to that outside days report here. NQ, bearish outside day, which means opening below previous day's low. 64% of the time will reverse back up to touch this red line here. So just so you guys know, I'm using the edgeful ultimate reversal setup indicator. So I can turn on my levels here, the little labels. What I'm focused on is this red one here, previous session's low, midnight. I don't really like when this forms this way. So what we're seeing right now is that the gap is 0.8%, almost 1% away. Not great. This outside days is definitely more in play. But again, then you have midnight below. You have the other two levels above. This is very scattered for the ultimate reversal setup. So I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan. I mean, the ultimate reversal setup is not setting up right now. But yeah, this is just not. And if you guys don't know what the ultimate reversal setup is, you just go over here to the get started page in the top left of edgeful. And then it's going to be that first video here on the essential walkthrough. It's going to be the second video here on the advanced walkthrough. So if you guys don't know, just one thing while we're waiting for the market to open here is we've changed the onboarding. So we want to give you guys like one place to go where you have everything you need right over here. And if you just go through, there's chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, that's it. And this is going to be something that you want to just go through when you're like new to edgeful, even if you're not.
Sure.
Now, one other thing that we added is it's going to be in your sidebar. James, you probably haven't seen this yet. Or you've seen the design, but you haven't seen it live. Is this risk calculator. So you guys can see right over here, in the left sidebar, you guys can see where my mouse is. Risk calculator right over here. What you can do is put in your account size or your max drawdown. So if you're trading a personal account, you put in your account balance. If you're trading with a prop firm, you put in your max drawdown, right? So that's pretty obvious right over here. Let's just say that you have a 10K drawdown. Risk per trade, $200. You can change it to be 500. You can change it to be 1,000. You can change it to be 2,500. And then what you're going to see here, I'm actually going to show you guys while we have 10 minutes here, is if you have a 10K account and you're risking 2,500 per trade, your risk per trade is extreme, right? So you're risking 25% of your account per trade. You can only, so consecutive losses until the account is blown, 4. Recommended risk per trade is 200 or 2% of your account, right? So this is your recommended. This is all variables. So this is based on your account size. So if I change it to be a $100,000 account, this is going to change to be $2,000 recommended risk per trade. So I'm going to change it back to 10,000. Now we have our guide here, risk per trade percentage. 2% or less is conservative. 2 to 6% is moderate. So that would be, let's just do 2% is 200. Everything is going to be green, right? Let's just do 400. You're going to see here, that's moderate. So moderate risk. Aggressive would be 700. You're going to see this turn orange. And then if we do 1,500, you're going to see this become extreme. So you don't want to risk more than 10% of your account per trade. So in this case, you're risking 15% of your account per trade. So we have this section up here. This is pretty simple. We're going to add to this over time. So if you guys have any suggestions, obviously let us know. But right down here, this is the probability of blowing your account based on different win rates, right? Chance you'll hit 6 consecutive losing losses, sorry, within a 100 trade sequence, chances of 6 straight losses with a 40% win rate is 99% chance, right? 99% chance that you blow the account on straight consecutive losses with a 40% win rate. 78% chance that you take 6 losses straight with a 50% win rate. And then what you'll see is that the higher you're risking of your account, you're going to need a higher win rate to accommodate that bigger risk, right? So chance of 6 straight losses with a 60% win rate is 32%. And then, yeah, let's pull this up here. Risk calculator is valuable feature. Thank you. Yeah, so we do have this. It's on the sidebar of your actual platform here. Just so you guys know, it's right over here. It's the little calculator icon. And then chance of 6 straight losses with a 70% win rate is only 7%. So if you want to risk 15% of your account, you are going to need a very high win rate to accommodate for that, right? This is super, super important. You guys want to have a 50% win rate and risk 15% of your account. That is extremely high likelihood that you blow the account, right? So I just want to make that really clear to you guys. Please be careful. Play with this. See how much you can risk. If you have 2 accounts, right? If you have a 20K account, okay, now I can risk maybe closer to 1,500. It is more aggressive, but you don't need as high of a win rate. So play with this, guys. Obviously there's no one way to use it. The only things that you can change are the account size and the risk per trade. So if you know your account size is going to be pretty fixed, and that's specifically if you trade at the prop firm, that max drawdown, let's just call it whatever, $2,000 drawdown, you're going to be pretty surprised with the number of risk that you're actually going to be willing to take, right? So call it $100, you're risking 5%. This is still moderate, but you're risking 5% of your account. So if you have a 2K drawdown, you're trading a 50K account, you should really be risking $100 per trade, right? So this is going to allow you to survive. This is hopefully setting the right expectations of what realistic risk is. A lot of people are going to be like, I have 2K drawdown, I'm going to risk $500 per trade. James, how many times have you seen people with a 50K account with 2K drawdown risk $500 per trade?
Yeah, no, it's I see that quite often. It can be, I mean, you're just giving yourself basically 4 trades until you blow the drawdown. Personally, when I'm using those prop firms with the $500 of the 2K worth of drawdown, I'm using like $500 a day. So it gives me 4 max losing days before I end up blowing it.
Yeah, and this allows you to see that, right? If you are willing, so the important thing is, if you want to risk 25% of the account per trade, if you have 2K drawdown, you want to risk 500, you are going to be paying a lot more. You're going to be blowing more accounts, and you're going to have to be buying more accounts, period.
Yeah.
Just there's no way around it. This allows you to see that, right? And right here, you can see with what the different scenarios are if you have a 40, 50, 60, and 70% win rate. If you can only afford 4 losers, even with a 70% win rate, it's a coin flip on whether you're going to blow the account or not, even with a 70% win rate.
Yeah.
So you guys just need to understand that this is much more aggressive, and what that's going to result in is more blown accounts. This has nothing to do with your trading specifically. It has nothing to do with your strategy specifically, but it has to do with the types of risk that you're taking and understanding the expectations around that risk.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that that risk calculator is going to help a lot of traders, particularly also even if you're trading your own personal cash accounts.
Yeah, I mean, across the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9:45, we have PMI. Just pull this up here. 9:45, we have PMI. 9:45 PMI, ISM at 10, construction spending at 10 also.
Yeah.
So Let me know what you guys think about this risk calculator. James, is there a way that I can like pin a link? Like, can I put a comment that like everyone will be able to see?
You should be able to put the comment in and then you can pin it. You should be able to do that.
All right, just give me 1 second.
Should be able to. Yeah.
Okay, so
How do you guys go form a bias for direction for the day? So one of the reports I use is that opening candle continuation, and then I also use VWAP. So above VWAP longs, below VWAP shorts, and then levels. So that's personally what I use for my bias. Yeah, free risk calculator. Should be able to pin that.
well, I think I just went to like every platform.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so guys, I just sent the link. You don't need a, did that go everywhere? I didn't go to Twitter though. Whatever. So this is the external link. There is one inside of edgeful. There's one outside of edgeful, so you don't actually need an account, an edgeful account to use this. I recommend that you guys use this. This is a completely free resource. You don't need an account. There's no sign up required. You just go through and open the page, and that's pretty much it. You can just go and start playing with the numbers. Highly recommend it. But yeah, so I did see a question about new what's in play. We actually have a call after the stream internally about what the date is of the what's in play, like when it's actually going to be live. So one of the reasons it is taking a lot longer is because there are so many possible variations of like different scenarios that we have to account for, and like what is the text that needs to be displayed, in what situation does this move to completed versus not completed versus like whatever else. So it is definitely taking a little bit longer. We are working on it, and all like the design is done obviously, but we're just building it out right now. We also are we're going to be pushing edgeful AI. That's one thing that I wanted to also talk about. This is not going to be like a big revolutionary AI in its current state. So, by the way, market opens in 1 minute now.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a revolutionary AI in its current state. And what that means is at the moment, it's going to be more related to getting something out, getting a foundation out, so then we can see how you guys actually like to use it and then build around that. Like, we don't want to make assumptions on how people are going to use edgeful AI. So right now, the AI is going to be educated on all of the reports, all of the stay sharp emails, all of the setups that we have, like literally like everything outside of any calculations. So it's not going to be able to do any calculations at the moment, but it's going to be more curated to being like your edgeful expert, right? Like helping you, hey, I'm trading this time. What reports work well in this time? I'm trading in the London session or whatever else, and it'll be able to help you. Like what reports are good to be combined, whatever else, but it's not going to be able to give you any results of any calculations. And there it is, the market's open here. We're not going to be able to give you any results of the calculations. Like it doesn't have access to do any calculations, but wow, what a pop so far this morning. 30-point candle so far. But yeah, I'm very excited about it, about edgeful AI coming out. It is more of like a base version for now until we get the calculations done.
Sure. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of rise here on the open. NQ trading a little bit higher, 20 points. Yeah, most of the stocks red though. I'm just looking. So don't be caught in the longs too quick, at least for now. Yeah, he's got his 7 screens.
Google up a couple bucks here. Tesla pumping too. I'm definitely gonna wait for this to kind of like settle out for sure. I'm not interested in jumping the gun here today.
Yeah. James, do you trade DAX? What's your opinion about it? It's better than trading the S&P. No, I think American markets are always going to be better than more volume. DAX is nice if you are looking for some, for me being in South Africa, you can find some days where there's some nice clear trend in the London session. Like today, I just saw the shorts. We're trading below. So if I have a look, if I just bring my screen up, let's get that up just while we wait for the first 15 minutes to kind of set. Let's just get that up over here like this. But like we traded, we were down overnight. I saw American markets were selling off too. And I took my short over here and I end up getting out somewhere in and around this area. And I probably could have got more out of the trade, but you're never going to catch the whole move. But it can provide some nice opportunities in the London session for sure. So that's my take on trading the DAX. And then I do have my edgeful algo that I'm running on it too. So
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but right back down. Look at that pop and then right back down on NQ. So we have that news at 9:45 and 10, correct?
Oof. Look at this. Yes, 9:45 and 10. So personally, I want to wait until kind of like something kind of forms here. I'm not too interested at the moment in anything just yet. I don't really like to go into a day with too much bias. I used to do that a lot a couple of years ago, like 2022. 2022, I think I came into almost every single day short buys.
Sure.
I want to take the puts. I want to take the put. Like it was like, and it was just such a frustrating. It was just so frustrating because I kept thinking to myself that the market is overinflated. The market is overinflated, and I'm like, it really doesn't matter on a weekly time frame where the market is if we're trading on a 5-minute time frame. So it took a lot for me to change that bias and like not come into a day with a bias. Like personally, I could easily see this go lower, and I can also easily see this go higher, and I'm not too interested in making a decision just yet. Like I'll go off of some sort of structure that I see, but I am totally fine just waiting right now because I don't see anything solid. Like I am at this very moment leaning towards the longs a little bit more, especially on a Monday.
Yeah.
So let me just pull something up quick. So if we go green and red days by weekday in the New York session, from the open to the close of the session, that's important, 73% of Mondays have been green, right? Very, very strong, bullish data here. Outside days. For every time price opens below yesterday's low, which in this case it did, right? Let's look at this red line. It would be the target in this case. 64% of the time, it will come up to touch this red line. Bullish, right? Gap fill by weekday. Going here. Mondays. Now today's different. Today might be different because there's a very big gap down. But every single Monday in the last 6 months, the gap has filled, which means this blue line, which I do not think is going to actually be a hit today, but this blue line is your target. That is also bullish, right? I don't think it's going to be a hit today, but overall, this is going to be, so granted, there's only 6 instances in the last 6 months with a Monday gap down, but that is bullish, obviously. So there are a lot of bullish confluences here, and I am leaning based on these bounces, right, towards the upside. But I need to see something play out. I would love to see a little bit more structure here in the New York session to be able to actually take a trade off of. But I'm going to wait until probably 9:45 or even maybe 10 to even consider taking a trade.
Yeah, I think also particularly with the news coming out. We've had 2 days on Thursday and Friday where there hasn't been much volume, right? Obviously because of the holidays.
Yeah. And it's also December, guys. Like,
yeah,
you have to expect the market to kind of shift around a little bit in December. You cannot expect it to behave the same way that it does in a September, October, November because holidays.
Let's have a look at that seasonality report. I just want to have a look at that seasonality report. Yeah, December been pretty flat in the last 3 years on ES. And then if you go to volume trends, the volume trends, so let's go like that over here.
Yeah, pull that up.
Volume trends report over here. Just wait for it to load. We can see that the volume actually drops off a little bit in December.
Yeah.
Compared to, January, February, March.
Yep. It actually might be one of the lowest.
Yeah. I would say December and June. Yeah.
We're getting a nice push here on NQ and ES. I would say that ES looks a little bit weaker relative to previous day's range, that Friday low. It looks like that outside days is going to be hit here. So that is obviously, if you guys are long, that is a great place to take some profit here. This red line, yesterday's low.
Yep. Yeah, I think most. Yeah, I'm sitting on my hands right now, so.
Oh, same.
See what. Yeah, that news ISM manufacturing PMI will come out.
Do you ever take a trade going into data like that, just like hoping that it goes in your favor?
I very rarely, bro. I will sometimes, but I don't like it because it can be particularly when markets are waiting for data to come out, it can go anyway. You can get slipped also on your stop,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, actually.
Oh, there we go. We got a nice comment. I've been watching edgeful for about a month now and like what it does. I'll be signing up today. Great.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Good. Make sure we have a great support. So if you got, well, first of all, I had mentioned that onboarding video on the Get Started page. I definitely recommend that you start here. Obviously, it's called the Get Started page. But I recommend that you start on this page. There are just a few videos here. Really, it's this one here and then these three. Especially if you trade futures, you need to know this one right here, how sessions work. This is the third chapter. It's not really that important, but how to access trading view indicators is obviously important. In this video, we also cover some of the popular indicators, but then this is just the Discord. This is not, this is the only way to actually access it's the second way to access the Discord. But yeah, there's really only 4 videos, maybe 5 that you have to watch. And I do recommend obviously watching them. Don't try to take everything in one sitting. Give yourself some time on how to fit it to your style. So you're going to see us talk about these reports, talk about the screener, talk about the indicators throughout these sessions. And I'm actually really happy that we started doing these, James. But everyone has a little bit of a different style. So that's just important to understand how to mold these reports to you.
Agreed.
Got a pretty nasty wick here on on ES.
As well. We're actually trading at that overnight VWAP or the start of day VWAP from the extended market hours on ES and NQ. So just be wary of that. NVDA also you know, we were down over 1%. Now we are rallying at the open here. We could be, I think we have filled the gap already on in NVDA. Tesla also.
Broadcom and Google pulling down, I think, the NASDAQ here.
Yeah.
Google well into new low of day. Broadcom below pre-market low. Tesla with a pretty nasty top wick. So guys, you want to be patient here for sure. You know what I would not be surprised about? Now, granted, I don't want to introduce my bias into these trades, but I would not be surprised if we got something like this.
Sure.
Like ISM, whatever the data comes out, price flashes lower, comes back up. This 25,200 has been a pretty significant area, especially the other day on that Wednesday. But I don't know. I just wouldn't be surprised if we get something like that where it just kind of like flashes down, breaks these lows, and then moves higher. But you have to wait. You have to wait for the structure. I know a lot of people, they like kind of itch to take a trade because they're like, oh, what if I miss the move? Like my entry would be really good right now, but you have less confirmation. And Benny, will you do more IB? Yeah, of course, for sure IB. It just hasn't set yet. So we're going to have to like wait for it to set. Obviously right now we're waiting for the orb to form. And then once we get closer to that initial balance, that the high and the low, so I'll pay attention to the buy rejection. So understanding the sequence in which it formed, I pay attention to the actual break. And then after the break, that gives me a little more confirmation on the moves for continuation outside of the IB.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to redo the IB algo videos, and same with the gap fill. Those videos are older videos, and I'll update. So if you noticed, the orb algo video is a lot more, there's a lot more like guidance and like guardrails on it. And then like I go through, I show you guys like some of the settings on there, and that's the orb setting, like the orb algo. I'm going to do the same thing for the IB and the gap fill as well, both of those algos, and just go through. What you can do, Benny, is reach out to our support. There is a video that I made, which I don't, let me just try to find it actually. Getting a pretty nice move down here too.
Yeah, NQ now trading at pre-market lows.
Yeah. So Benny, if you reach out to our support, I can't find the video right now. We have like so many YouTube videos. But if you reach out, I think it's like IB Algo Performance. You can reach out to our support and ask for the settings inside of that video, and we'll send you the settings from that video. So just reach out to right over here, specifically inside of Edgeful. Not on Twitter, don't DM us, don't email. Specifically right over here, click this ask a question and then ask for the IB settings from the IB performance video, and we'll send you those settings. And again, just to be super clear, those are not like the holy grail settings. Those are not the super like they're very good settings, but they're not like, there is no holy grail. I want to make that clear to you and to everyone else. Obviously, like these are strategies that need to be updated over time. Just I want to make that super clear. And by the way, anyone who's trading the orb, I highly recommend checking out the 3-minute chart on NQ. So yeah, just check out the 3-minute chart on NQ. I know I've spoken about the 5-minute a lot. The 3-minute is also really, really nice. So I highly recommend that you guys check out the 3-minute chart on the NQ orb. Really highly recommend.
Yeah, that's interesting because I remember you mentioned that to me as well. I need to go do that.
Yeah, dude, you should. It's the performance, especially more recently, is a lot better.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a pop back up on ES, yeah. What that news that you mentioned that's just come out, and then we do have that ISM in 15 minutes. So I'm probably going to wait for that, my side.
Yeah. So we just got, what is it, PMI right now?
No, PMI is at 10.
Oh, was it ISM?
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing, by the way, guys, yellow line, ICT Midnight Open. Personally, I was not really focused on this morning, but it did get touched on NQ, not ES. But just wanted to let you guys know that if you guys do look at the ICT Open, first of all, I would recommend that you look at the ultimate reversal setup indicator. But what do you think about the long? Like the long is obviously depending on the data, but what do you think about the longs here, James?
Yeah, I mean, I like it as long as on ES if we can clear 830, and then on NQ my level would be 350 on NQ. That level, that the highs. I wouldn't take a long right now, personally. I mean, we have news. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna remove this. Remove that. Yeah, I would have expected a little bit of a move further down before a bounce like this. Like for anyone who just joined, I was just talking about, I would not be surprised if we get one of these, but I didn't really get that move down that I would have thought, to be honest. Like I definitely would have expected a little bit more of a break of this area here for sure. But yeah, we did get a pretty solid bounce off. This is like almost 100-point bounce.
Look in the video, also trading now above its opening range highs.
Yep. The thing is, Apple at low of day, Broadcom near low of day, Google near low of day, Meta kind of like in the middle of the range.
Tesla's trying to hold up here.
Yeah. By the way, dude, I think Meta. Listen, this is not financial advice, but I do think Meta, like that 600, 580 area, I think that was like probably the lowest that it's going to go. I don't really think that it's going to go that much lower, to be honest, unless the market really sells off. What?
It has started to bottom out a little bit on the daily chart as well.
Yeah. Like this is a pretty meaningful bounce after a few days of consolidation here. Like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 days of consolidation of just like bounces off of this like 680, 680, 580, 590 area for a pretty meaningful move of 10% off of this area. Unless there is a catalyst, I would not expect this to happen. I would actually expect something like this to happen. It won't be that clean, but yeah. So we got that. Did we get it? No, we did not get it on NQ. We did get it on ES, that outside days, price touching that previous day's low. So again, that bullish bias. I showed you guys the reports that I was using to determine that bias. I still want to wait for a good entry. NQ is definitely weaker than ES right now. So if I do want to go long, it's probably going to be on NQ. Or sorry, on ES.
ES trading a little bit more aggressively. Got that news in 10 minutes, so that's what I'm waiting for. I think, as you mentioned, a lot of traders, and I did share this with André last night, but I can bring up my my November. I think something that I'm working on is just being more patient in my entries. Like remember that Friday where I tried to buy Tesla and YM and it ended up moving up higher later on in the trading day. And I think sometimes I'm just a little bit too early on my moves where if I just waited.
Wait, pull up your screen. Pull up your. Oh, pull up your screen whenever it's ready.
Yeah, let's get it up here. There we go. So this was my November, 23K. And I had a few days here where like this day, like that Friday where I lost $8,000. I should have been up 8 grand on that day personally. So, still a lot of things to learn from. But I think one thing that I'm working on myself is just being a little bit more patient in my entries. I don't need to make my day in the first 20 minutes of the market open,
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Yeah, you can see I had 4 losing days and a pretty solid month there, my side. So yeah, we'll see if we can keep it going. And then I did start off this month on a good note right now, where I saw everything just selling off, and I came to the DAX chart, and I found a nice entry. So let's see if we can. YM's picking up as well. YM actually looking even more bullish than the other two.
Yeah,
I know you don't have the YM chart. There we go. So we can see over here on YM.
Yeah, pull up the
taking
chart.
out opening range high at the moment on YM. So something like this, for a long would be pretty nice.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what a good long entry here would be on ES. NQ definitely weaker at the moment, but
yeah, I also want to see how this news shakes up, because Tesla's trying to hold up, NVIDIA pulling back a little bit now off that opening where we had that opening range drive. So let's just see how we do hold up into this news in 8 minutes time.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks because I am interested in the longs on ES right now, but this news is really blocking me from wanting to take this. I don't have an entry right now, but I do think that this would be a nice. I am expecting continuation to the top side here.
Sure.
But yeah, ES looking not significantly, but kind of significantly stronger than NQ right now, at least from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. As I said, YM's actually holding up better compared to the other two at the moment.
Yeah. 112 point orb right now.
YM has a 135 point opening range. And that's something we have mentioned as well on these streams, is if you are trading the futures contracts, just size down, because the volatility definitely has picked up. The VIX right now is actually back up on the day. So VIX normally down means VIX up normally means stocks coming lower, but we are erasing those that overnight move a little bit. We're coming back down.
Yeah, dude, this ES. Yeah, this 6 minutes can't come quick enough, honestly. It would be nice if we can get a little flash down that gets bought up immediately, right? If we get a retest of the orb high on ES and then a nice wick on the bottom of that candle and an immediate bounce, I would be interested in longs then. Yeah, this is, let me try to
Yeah, my algo is just taking the long on NQ.
All right, let's get a pump hopefully in the next 5 minutes.
Big bar on ES at the moment.
Yeah, I would
we're up 25 points
this
since the lows from the opening range.
Yeah, I would maybe something a little pullback. Maybe we get a little flash down on the news, for anyone who's trading the algo, let's get a rip here for you guys.
Yeah,
but
that would be nice.
Yeah, How far are we now? Yeah, ES is just like running right now. ES is just pushing like crazy. Tesla making a run, Meta practically new high of day, Apple a nice bounce. Broadcom is really the lagger here. But yeah, ES is just ripping right now.
Ripping. Yeah, YM also up. YM's ripping as well. YM from the opening range low is up 250 points. But again, like maybe I could have taken a long there, but it's tough with the news coming out now in 3 minutes, 2 minutes time.
Yeah, no, for sure. I would like to see this. I'm not like so I walked. Let's just take a step back here because we have 3 minutes until the news. Let me just go up to a 5-minute chart. And I just want to walk you guys through the logic of the bullish bias that I had. So let's go. God, the bottom of this coffee is just straight grounds. But this is a report that James talks about. Green and red days by weekday. Let me hide this. Close that sidebar. Green and red days by weekday. And by the way, guys, the reason that I'm not pulling up this, the reason I have the chart away right now is because I really want to take a trade, but I want to make sure that I wait until that 10 a.m. data. So we have 1 minute and 50 seconds to burn, and I'm going to explain my exact bullish bias, why I had this bullish bias using the reports. So number one, Mondays in the last 6 months on NQ, 73% of them have closed green. Obviously, very bullish. Go to the outside days, targeting previous day's low. This is the Friday low. What happens when price opens below the previous day's low? 64% of the time in the last 6 months, price will reverse back up to touch the previous day's low. Right over here. ES and NQ both have done it. That's obviously bullish. Then we have the gap fill by weekday. Now, granted, there's only 6 instances in the last 6 months that have a gap down on a Monday, which means that price on Monday opens below Friday's close. All 6, doesn't mean it's going to happen today, but all 6 have filled, which means that you want to be targeting, in this case, this blue line. Now, granted, this is very far away, and I don't actually think it's going to fill today. It's just a guide that you can use to have a bullish or bearish bias. This, along with so much other data, tells me that Mondays are very bullish, and I want to make sure that I capitalize on that while reading the price action, while understanding what's going on, and using this as confluence to have a bullish bias. So right now, I do have a bullish bias. I do want price to rise. I just need to find my entry, and which I don't have at the moment. Obviously, the algos are different. Like I do run the algos as well. The algos are very different, but that is not my discretionary trading. I'm going over my discretionary trading right now. This is my thought process. This is how I think about things, and there is that data. Give it a second to kind of play out. I'll zoom in, assuming that you guys want to see a little bit closer. Let this kind of play out here, guys. Don't just jump in yet. What I would like to see on NQ or ES is a retest of this area right over here. This previous day's low and orb high would be really, really nice to see. Now, I'm going to remove these levels, these zones that I had from the other day, just because they're pretty low right now. I can always add them back. But what I'm seeing here on ES is a nice little area that I would love for price to get back to. Right over here. I don't really see it as clean on NQ, but meaning that zone is not as clean on NQ. I would say it's like roughly in this area, but it's not nearly as clean, so I'm going to take it off. But on ES here, that is a pretty far move. And again, I was hoping for a little bit more of a reaction to that 10 a.m. news, which obviously we didn't really get, surprisingly. But
yeah,
I would like to see something like this, right? This is obviously very exaggerated, but something like this would be great. Maybe not even all the way back into the orb, but just give me something to work off of here. Because my stop, let me just actually remove that. My stop here would be a little bit too big, in my opinion. Like a stop into this area. I guess 7 points is not horrible, actually. But it's just, I think if price breaks this low, I would not be surprised if it retested the previous day's low, which is why I don't want to enter between here. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like the longs now. We just have to find a good level to be buying it off of, right?
Yeah, like if we get back to this 832 on ES, that would be solid. But
Tesla trying to get green on the day. NVDA is trading higher as well.
yeah, Broadcom's got to get it together, dude. Like, what are you doing? Okay, so now I'm paying attention here, guys. Like this, I'm paying attention here on ES. I would love for a little bit bigger of a move down. I do not like to scale into entries on the position. Like I will not be scaling in as this falls. I want to see a test of this previous day's low. Now, personally, I struggle with this a lot, but like I'm being a little bit nitpicky with this entry right now, but I still want to make sure that I enter on a good spot. I'll obviously let you guys know if I enter. I would love to see, again, that flash down with a quick bounce back up, similar to one of these candles here, this 1 minute on NQ at 941. But I do want to see just a little bit more of a move down before I look to enter long. This would be a really nice setup here, in my opinion, risking 5-6 points. That's no big deal on ES. I would like to see that personally. Like, just give me a little bit of something here to work off of. I really hope we get it, but sometimes this is like where I get nitpicky and then I regret it because it just runs. Like hopefully what doesn't happen right now. But the thing is, for me at least, the way that I see this is when you're more disciplined with your entries, your trading is more disciplined, and you will leave winners on the table. You will miss out on winners, but you build better habits over time. And when you build good habits, that's the only thing that you can really rely on. So
agreed. Yeah, you are quite picky with your entries, which is good, you know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, and the thing is, like, I miss out on a lot of great trades just because I'm too picky with my entry sometimes. But I mean, whatever, man. Like now, if I chase that move up, that little pop that we had, which I'm sure a lot of people did, now your risk is way higher. Yeah. Now you're risking 11 points. If we can get to this area, back into this previous day's low orb high area, I will happily take a trade here. This is the exact candle I was looking for. This type of candle I was looking for, that flash down with a move back up. I would really like if we just get a little bit further down. But yeah.
Looks like Tesla's holding up. NVIDIA is soaring now.
Yeah. Are you going to trade the CFDs?
Yeah, of course.
I meant the individual stocks.
Individual shares. Yeah. if one presents, for sure.
I think this is setting up to be a really a very nice type of IB low formed first, IB high formed second, opening right in that middle of the, hopefully, opening in the middle of this IB range, looking for a break to the IB high, targeting runners to the gap fill type of day. The thing is, like, this exact instance is where I have found like, if this runs right now, I'm going to be kicking myself because I'm being too picky with the entry, but I just don't want, I don't know. Maybe I should just enter now and just I don't know.
We've got someone saying that's going down today. Interesting. I mean, obviously can do whatever the hell it wants, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking bullish right now, even why I'm respecting that opening range high.
If I can get a flash down right now, that would be awesome. Are you in line with what I'm saying, or you're just kind of like a little more indifferent?
No, I like the longs 100%. I'm in agreement there.
Yeah, if we can just get a little bit of a move down here, I think that would be really nice. 5-minute chart on NQ actually looking a little bit more bullish than ES right now.
Yeah.
So your algo must be up
My
now.
algo, yeah. Well, I'll let you know once the alert goes off.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tesla now back to green on the day. Tesla's starting to roar now. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. I think I might have missed an entry, to be honest. Jumped in on ES at 31.75. Wow, bottom ticked it. Great entry. Great entry on ES. If I were you, I would hold that for easily new high of day. Yeah. See, now my problem is that if we get a new high of day, this trade that I have here, if it retests, I'm not interested in that. If we get a new high of day.
Sure.
If we get a new high of day before, if we get a high of day and it comes back here, I am not interested in longs at this point. I need something like that. That's what I would like to see. NQ is more bullish right now, kind of shockingly, considering how
it's
US
holding
is
up.
much more bullish. But yeah, if we can get a little bit of a retest right over here, I will be more than happy to take a long. I will happily take a loss on that because the thesis here I'm confident in.
Love it. Yeah, I definitely do like the longs. Yeah, you're looking at ES though predominantly, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe I should switch over to NQ now, but the thing is, I don't have that nice structure on the, I mean, I do have a little bit of a structure here on the stop for ES or for NQ. Sure. But yeah, I think I'm going to take this in just a second here. If we get to this 30 area, now that we're back into this zone, if we get into this 30 area, I'm going to take it for sure. I'm going to set an order here at 30. Okay, I have my order at 30. I have my stop at 25.
Sure. Someone says,
yeah, I haven't.
Longs, but I'm not bearish right now. Yeah. I mean, ES and NQ are looking pretty good. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh God. I think I'm being too greedy with this entry price, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm being too greedy with this entry price, to be honest. I should have entered before. I have the order set, so I'm waiting. This is the trade that I'm looking for. Order entry at 30, stop at 25, giving this thing a little bit of room to breathe. It's there. If it blasts through and flushes, I just stopped out, but whatever. Actually, I need to move this order just to 25. Okay. Yeah, my order is there. If I'm taking this trade.
So you got like limit order on that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My profit target would definitely be new high of day. And God, I just want to take this now. But my TP1 would for sure be just before new high of day. And maybe even this like 38, 39 area for a partial at 8, almost 9 points. Yeah, I just want to take this. I'm concerned that it's not going to get to my order right now.
Yeah, Tesla's starting to get above 432.
Yeah, this is like, I'm a little bit concerned here that it's not going to actually get to my order. But, you know, every time I move my entries, this is where I get, like, I always get cooked. And I'm like, why did you do that?
Sure. Yeah. Trying to be too perfect, kind of.
It's the story of my life, man. That's the biggest problem in my life, dude.
See, geez, Tesla's about 433 now. We back. Look at that. Look at the Tesla bar, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Breaking opening range high now on Tesla.
Yeah, bro, it's ripping. NQ is closer to new high of day than ES. Maybe you know what? I think I'm gonna try. God, I think that this was a mistake. I should have just entered. There's NQ new high of day.
Yeah, there goes NQ. Yep, NQ new high of day.
Okay, I just I removed my order on ES. That's not going to get filled. I just canceled my order on ES. I don't think I'm going to get filled on that. All right, I'm going to make a coffee quick just to take a little bit of a step back before I take some stupid trade.
Yeah. Okay, let's bring up my screen. Yeah. So I'm still watching. I like the longs on NQ and ES. I'm just waiting to see if we can get a nice rejection of this, and then obviously the longs. I think if we do get a nice entry here, we'd be looking back up towards previous days' highs. Now we are trading higher on Tesla and NVDA, so keep that in mind. That's also, look at that. I mean, we are, you know, obviously that's what it does move the stocks. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens the rest of the session. Tesla trying to break out the opening range high, and NVIDIA as well trading higher too. We can have a look at. Let's just go to the YM chart as well. So YM trying to respect this this overnight VWAP, right? So that could definitely look, if NQ and ES start to hold up, YM could definitely move off of this level too. So it'll be interesting to watch my side. We still have 15 minutes till the opening range. The initial balance will set, and that will be that opening candle continuation report too. So if we go over here, we go to the edgeful screener, and then go to daily bias. That will also show if the opening candle is going to be bullish or bearish, right? So at the moment, it is favoring the longs, but let's see how these will set up in the next 15 minutes or so. Yeah. Anyone had any trades so far? the moment. Yeah, I'll have to ask André what he's liking for his TP on NASDAQ or ES, but I'm assuming that it would be probably back up towards these, 25,400 level, 450. ES as well. ES is looking really, really nice. Yeah, I do like this at the moment. I might consider getting long here in a bit. If we hold this level above 830, that was the level that I was mentioning pre-market as well.
Back.
Yeah, I'm liking ES here, bro. It's starting to hold up quite nicely above my 830 level.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a long here on ES. I can't let it go without me.
I might do the same.
So I'm long ES at 834. I'm gonna stop underneath that. Let's see how if we can hold up here.
Yeah, I just placed my order again at 8:30. But I actually think that I'm going to take NQ here.
NQ, huh?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll take NQ here. I'm definitely interested in the longs, so that's important.
I did mention we have the RB setting in the next 10 minutes now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think this looks pretty solid, honestly.
And we're holding above opening range high, above my view apps. And I like the level that we're trading off of. So
it's just crazy that like NQ is closer, it's like so close to new high of day, and ES is like not.
yeah, probably because of as I said, those tech stocks have been ripping so far today.
Yeah. The thing is, I can't go long NQ because there's no, like, the stop isn't as valid.
Yeah, the stop, it's quite, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know where you would put your stop there.
And the target is also not as, like, large either, but it is stronger. Okay. Give me this move down already. Jesus. I'm about to get filled on this ES trade. I'm literally 3 ticks away. Finally. Oh, my God. Just got filled.
Okay, nice. So hopefully it holds
so
up.
That's the patience that was trying to look for. Okay, so watch this flush now.
Now, I think this is a good level to be buying it off of, personally.
Yeah. So my stop, I have 124, TP1. And again, I don't like to do TP1, TP2 often, but TP1 would be at like this 39.40 area. And then the second one would be high of day. So like second chunk,
Sure.
new high of day. So I would consider adding right now if this can really bounce, but I am not going to be adding if this just has momentum downwards.
Yeah, NQ coming off the highs there, but still looks
Wow,
good.
I'm about to get stopped out here. This is a 6-point stop. I'll move it to a 7-point stop.
Bouncing a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, let's look at what's going on here. Meta reversing. So for me, if I take a loss here and I would have broken my like entry rules, like I wanted the 30 entry. So if I take a loss here, I'm going to be totally fine taking that loss because I didn't break my entry rule. If I had entered 5 or 6 points higher from where I wanted to enter and I take a loss, I would be pissed.
Yeah.
So I'm in it now. My stop is at 22.75. If this can reclaim this previous day's low, I will for sure add. But my orders are set, so except my re-entry is not set.
Yeah, yeah.
But going, I mean, not to like double dip, but like this NQ trade is actually looking this NQ long is looking a lot better now.
Yeah. Yeah, my ES now respecting opening range high. So if we can just next 5-minute bar can push off of that, I would think I'd really like that. Give me a second, guys. I'll be back now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll consider adding here if we can reclaim this previous day's low. I want to see NQ also kind of stepping up here, holding. It's not looking too awesome at the moment. I am happy that we're kind of consolidating in this area, but I'm not super thrilled. I would like to see Meta hold up. But yeah. So what I would want to see right now is a little bit of increased volume with a move higher, obviously not a move lower. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to add just because we're closer to my stop and have like a cheap trade here, but because you don't want to add to losers, right? That's the key thing here is like I'm about to get stopped out, to be honest. And there's my stop. Just got stopped out on that long. You can always try the longs again, but ES is looking way weaker than NQ right now, and not too big of a fan of this.
Yeah, if we don't hold, if we don't hold up here, I'm going to close out. But I had a bigger stop than you.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more interested in NQ longs here than ES, to be honest. Just because we're holding up this, we're not holding up yet, but something like this, I would be interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meta is the Meta and Tesla seem to be.
Yeah, they're being pretty volatile right now.
Yeah.
Look at that pin though on ES. My goodness.
I'm entering. I just got in at. Wow, I got a terrible fill here at 41.25. Stop is below, right in this area here. Looking for new high of day on NQ. I think that NQ is a lot stronger here, so I just took a long on NQ. This might be like the perfect area to take a short. I would not be surprised, but this price action has been pretty choppy. So this is my trade right now.
Sure.
But I am interested in the longs overall. Yeah, if we can get Meta and Tesla to bounce right now, we'll be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, we're sitting at that overnight VWAP on ES,
Yeah.
825.
Meta is just really not helping this right now.
Yeah, NVIDIA up over %.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a little bit more on NQ here, but this is definitely a higher risk trade because I'm expecting Meta to bounce a little bit now. And what my thought process here is, I haven't added yet, but my thought process here is that the IB low is obviously formed first, the IB high is second. We have some meat on the bone to break the IB high. Bouncing off of the orb high right now, kind of holding this orb high. I would not be surprised if we continue, as long as Meta doesn't just like absolutely collapse.
Yeah.
So kind of like sitting break even here on this NQ entry. And this is the problem with keeping kind of these tighter stops. I think that a stop on ES of around 10 points is solid. Like you don't, personally, I don't think you need like a 20-point stop on ES, but yeah.
Yeah. NVIDIA is still ripping though. Jeez.
Let me pull it up. Yeah, NVIDIA Hive, this Meta and Tesla are just like absolutely collapsing.
Yeah, Tesla
Clearly,
reached the opening range orb high and then just fell away from there.
Yeah. Yeah, if Meta and Tesla don't bounce soon, I think this NQ trade is going to be a loser. Yeah. I just added one contract at 324. My stop is tight now. I don't really like to add to losers, but on NQ, I don't really like to add to losers, but if it breaks down, like in my opinion, a long buy. Like if we retest the midpoint of the orb, I think that this long bias is not valid.
Yeah. We also have so we've just had the RB set, ES and NQ and RTY all bullish, YM bearish first hour.
Yep. Yeah, that initial, I mean, so far, that initial entry long that I took was a great short, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to get stopped out here.
What's 311. Yeah, okay. I've pulled my ES trade. We'll see if I can get something back on a re-entry or so.
Yeah.
Market
Yeah,
up.
I just got stopped out on wow, I just got stopped out at the low there.
ES longs. So get that marked up. Jeez, it'll be interesting if it bounces here, bro.
Yeah, I had my stop at literally like 305 something. I mean, the shorts here look a lot better now so far. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not convinced of those shorts as of yet. Let's see how we react here.
If you look at this move on Meta and this move on Tesla,
yeah,
I don't know. The longs on NQ are definitely stronger than the longs on ES, but yeah. I'm thinking about.
Show them the screener so far there, Andrew. I think that's I can get it up as well for the guys. Yeah, there you go.
So what we have here is a pretty mixed, actually, opening candle. I think it is definitely more bullish.
Yeah.
So green opening candle so far, pretty bullish across the board. IB hasn't really broken out yet on anything except YM, which is bearish, like to the downside. Yeah. One thing that's really important with the IB and opening candles, when there's divergence between the two, which one breaks out first and which one, like the color of the opening candle and the actual break, you want to be really mindful about like more choppy price action there. So you just be careful if like NQ, for example, has a green opening candle and breaks the IB low. Like to me, those are days where like I just want to step back. Then IB by rejection, mostly bullish here across some of the, I mean, yeah, definitely mostly bullish here. If we filter here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bearish, and the rest of the other 10 are bullish. And I just wanted to see that quick. Now we're looking here, pretty mixed bag on this previous day's range. So personally, this opening candle is going to be the one. Opening candle and IB by rejection are the ones that I'm going to be going off of today. But I mean, this is, we said a long time ago, this like price action feels a little bit heavy in my opinion right now. Like ES going for new low of day, NQ still up there, like above the orb midpoint. But yeah, I think that the shorts
coming
are
back down now. Yes, back underneath 820.
Yeah, I think these shorts are pretty becoming a little pretty valid in my opinion on ES here. I don't know. You just can't. You can't just short here.
But action, I think we took a good first trade. I think we just have to see if we can manage and get a second entry now.
Yeah, and you're interested in the shorts now?
I'll have to see what happens at this level on ES personally.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my coffee.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm flat at the moment. I closed out those ES longs, so I'm just taking it easy at the moment. Let's see if we're back at pre-market lows on ES. So I'm not convinced. I don't like the shorts at this level at the moment, at least at that level. It just would be a little bit too low for me.
You're saying you missed the trade?
Yeah, if I wanted to short, I would have wanted to short higher up, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, we could bounce at this level for sure. Like where we back at the opening range, the open price. we were at, coming
Yeah.
into the day, into the open.
I don't hate a short here on NQ or even on ES if it gets back to this area. Just a scalp. Not too big of a move, but yeah, I don't really hate this right now. I think meta is bouncing pretty hard, and that.
Yeah, look at ES bouncing off that opening range low now. Yeah. Wow.
I'm watching really closely here to take a short.
ES back now above 820.
I just took a short at 324. Tight stop. 24. Tight stop at 50. Just above this little area here, this like little rejection zone.
Okay, I'm still flat. I want to see how this 5-minute closes.
Honestly, I should have short ES, but it's fine. I'm gonna move my stop to 55. I will add to this if this flushes hard, but I'm not looking for a big move.
Sure.
Just added. I'm looking for a move back to the midpoint of the orb, really. And there's my ad is in the red now.
Tough price action right now.
Yeah, really not great.
What's Bitcoin doing, by the way? Some guys mentioned, but Bitcoin's Bitcoin's down 6% today. Wow.
Yeah, falling off a cliff here. Yep, falling off a cliff. I don't know if Bitcoin drives like the indexes.
No,
honestly.
no. I don't. I don't think so either. Dude, NVIDIA's, it's so weird because NVIDIA's up 1.42% today. Normally when we see something like that, we see the index is ripping.
I don't know, bro. Is NVIDIA, has it lost its status? Like, is it now Google and Meta?
Maybe. And NVIDIA new high of day, breaking previous day's highs.
I think this short was a bad idea, actually. Yeah, I think the short was a bad idea.
Yeah, I just see we at that opening range low. That's why I was just like, I'm not too convinced. Even though we came down, I didn't like the level for the shorts. That makes sense.
I'm moving my stop to 50 here because I just don't really think this is going to work.
Yeah, what do we? The Tesla bouncing off the lows. Yeah, Lab, those short. Did you take those shorts off the highs there?
Yeah. I took the shorts at the at this orb high. Yep, there's my stop.
Yeah, geez, this is pretty wild price action. Back and forth, bro. Tesla holding opening range low, yeah.
Yeah, I have taken only losses this morning.
Yeah, I'm one loss, one trade, one loss.
I still think this ES short looks nice, honestly. I don't know if that's just me being biased, but the only thing that's even close to high of day is NVIDIA.
Yeah.
I don't know.
NQ now trading back above overnight VWAP, back above opening range high. That's interesting.
I still think this short is valid, dude.
Yeah, I'm just watching right now. I'm not too sure. No lab in the chat reckons it's going to go further down. But yeah, Bitcoin down. I mean, Bitcoin's down 6%. That's pretty crazy. Oh, NVIDIA new half day. Maybe I should have been trading my individual stock NVIDIA today.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in a trade right now.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's probably... I took that first loss. I cut my ES trade down 10 points. So I'll see how we react at this level. I don't really have a read right now.
Yeah, I feel like this is just kind of like lower volume right now. And it's just not great at the moment. If ES reclaims this orb high and this previous day's low, that's super bullish in my opinion.
Sure. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
What I don't like is that like mentally I'm kind of like flip-flopping like long short, and that's like I don't like when that happens. Like it's just
if we look at the edgeful data, if we just have a look at the screener again, you know, let's just bring up the screener again. We are, you know, that first
50,
hour
50.
being,
like
let's go like this. Yeah, that we are leaning bullish, you know.
Yeah, it's 45% bullish, 27 neutral, 28% bearish. Like this is not like there's no conflict, there's no strong consensus here, but I don't really like that I keep flip-flopping long short in my mind because we're just sitting, in my opinion, in this like really key area right here, which is this orb high, previous day's low. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. See how we respected on ES off that opening range low.
Yeah, like Meta. I mean, I'm still interested in the shorts though. That's the problem. Like, I think that this looks like a really nice short setup here on ES.
Sure.
Like, look at everything else, dude. I mean, NVIDIA's the only thing. It's Meta's about to make a new low of day. Tesla's like looking. Apple.
I agree with that.
Like, I don't know. Everything else is either in the middle of the range or NVIDIA's the only thing that's up. Really.
Yeah, NVIDIA's the only one that's green on the day on the Mag 7 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is where you just sit on your hands, right?
Yeah, I kind of wish that I had 10, 20 minutes ago. Yeah, if this, like I said before, if ES reclaims the previous day's low and like orb high, I think that's very bullish. But at the moment, everything is not looking great. Like NVIDIA has made a 3.5, almost 4% move. If that rolls, like if that rolls down, I mean, it's the only thing that's up right now.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Dude, I really want to try these shorts on ES. I just don't know if it's like.
Yeah. I'm leaning. I mean, yeah. I don't have a read right now, a solid read. So I think I'm just going to show my hands for the moment being.
Yeah.
If we
I'm
do
not in a
close
trade
bullish
right
on the
now,
5 though on ES, I would be interested back towards those half day. Personally.
Yeah. I just pulled up the 5-minute chart.
Well, 3 minutes till that candle closure. What's Tesla doing? Tesla just bouncing around for now.
Oh, bro, I
We're
think
sitting
these
at
shorts.
opening range high on ES at the minute. Literally
Yeah.
sitting at it.
Dude, I think these shorts are solid. I just think that like NVIDIA is going to like run out of steam eventually, and then once it does, then it's just not going to keep going up all day.
Yeah, and that's basically what's holding up the indexes at the moment.
Yeah, and the screener is pretty split 50-50. Like,
yeah. I'm just going to read what's in front of me at the minute.
yeah.
Yeah, still above 825.
I'm not in a trade right now, but
Yeah. No one's in a trade yet at the minute. I took a loss trying some longs on ES, and I think André also as well on the longs and then the short.
Initially, yeah, right here.
Yeah, initially the long. Yeah.
Here. This is the initial trade that I tried to take. But dude, if this fails right now, I'm gonna take the short.
Yeah, what
like if this doesn't like reclaim with strength here.
Yeah, sure. NQ sitting at 340.
I would love to see a decisive move, either up or down. I don't know. NQ looks better as a long, but ES looks better as a short. Because it's consolidating above this orb high. It could try to fail the orb high a bunch of times, but ES is failing this orb high and it keeps failing to break above. You know, does it not look? Am I just being too biased right now?
Yeah, I'm watching ES here. ES is trying to get back above the opening range high.
Yeah. I'm not in a position yet, but
It's pretty interesting. I mean, if ES starts to take out these opening range highs, I would see NQ should follow in the same direction, you know?
Well, NQ is clearly stronger than ES right now.
Yeah.
It's it's not even close.
You know, NQ trying to pop there. Yeah, there goes ES back above 830.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting price action today, I must say.
Yeah, it's really not great. For me, at least. For my style, I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest.
Okay, I'm going to try a second long here on ES. I'm back in at a 2 points actually lower. So I'm going to try a second long here on ES, 832. Stop loss at the lows there. I'm going to try
Stop
back
loss
to
low of day?
Yeah, 815.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll give
stop.
it just bigger stops. It just helps me.
Yeah. No, I mean, it usually helps me too. My stops today were definitely tighter than normal.
I don't have for me right now, like I'm not seeing, like I'm not fully convicted. So I'm going to take a larger stop loss rather than trying to get caught in chop. I mean, it looks good now. So I'm already up. I'm going a little bit of a pop here on that first initial move.
Yeah. Yeah, Meta bouncing, Tesla kind of bouncing, Apple bouncing.
What's Tesla? Yeah, Tesla bouncing as well.
Tesla,
and the video is still holding up.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thankfully I didn't take that short, but okay. So NQ just broke the IB high. That's very key right now. Okay. NQ broke IB high. ES looking to break that IB high. So it's definitely lagging a little bit.
My algo just took the win on NQ. You heard that go off in the background.
Very nice.
I actually forgot that my algo was still running. That's funny, dude.
That's awesome. No, it's great. That's like the best case scenario, honestly. Like when you don't even like remember that it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm just sitting here right now waiting.
Yeah, I like that. See, for me, and let me just go back to my screen here. So I mean, I don't. Does this break a new half day? I hope so. Then it will get some more on it. But if I just share my screen here again, so what I'm seeing here on my trade, this is why maybe it was a little bit early on the first longs, but it's basically pretty simple. And this is kind of like my bread and butter entry. Is a break of the opening range, pull back, and obviously today was just a deeper pullback, and then longs. You know. That's what made me still like it. I could definitely see your shorts. I mean, if we respect the opening range high and we start coming off of there, then I could definitely see those shorts. But as soon as we started to break above that opening range high and hold, I knew, okay, I need to be in some form of long here.
Yeah. Are you getting an echo? I'm getting a pretty loud echo on your end.
On my end?
Like it sounds to me that it's coming out of your
That's it. Audio test. No,
it's me that's getting it. It's like I'm hearing.
Oh, it's you. So it's not. Oh, it's not. No, my audio is fine. Okay, I'm gonna take some profits here at half day, 843. I'm up 11 points on that.
Can you guys let us know in the comments if you're?
Yeah, let me know.
Getting an echo.
There we go.
It's annoying.
Oh, you. So it's not me. That's you getting the echo.
I'm hearing myself.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yes, they're also hearing.
Okay, so I'm taking out. Okay, Andre's echoing. Yeah, Andre's echoing. Okay, I'm gonna take out half here at this half day and at that 840 level, and then we'll see what happens from there.
I just took off your stage. Oh, let me mute your screen audio. That's why. Hold on.
It's my screen audio. There we go. Okay, that could be the echo.
Or is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
I don't hear it anymore.
Oh yeah, it must be my screen audio. So sometimes I'm sharing, motivational videos and shit like that.
Yeah, it's better now. It's good.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I've taken off half. I'm going to actually take off another 20%. So I'm going to keep 30% of the original size on that long. What's YM doing? YM is also, look at that bounce on YM. Look at that bounce on YM. What do you think of that trade, Andre? That AES trade?
No, I think that was a very
one.
clean trade. I think that the buy, like this move down that happened earlier with that break of VWAP break of that midpoint of the orb, that because we both took the same trade before, that long on ES. I think that was very valid at the time. I think that it was way less valid after it broke well back into the orb, well back below the midpoint of the orb, almost broke almost a new low of day. Like, in my opinion, at the time before that reclaim, there was like the long bias was gone, and that's why I took the shorts. But
yeah, and I mean, this was quite a deep pullback. Normally for my like opening range, so you guys kind of, if I can just explain to the guys what I'm looking for. So he has opening range high, he has opening range low. My ideal trades for longs is a break to the high side, a pullback, and I enter on that long there. I tried to enter here on my first trade, and I got stopped out because I was the pullback was a bit more deeper into near the lows than usual, than what I would like. And that's where I could probably see your shorts like that. So for longs, that's kind of what it looks like. And then for shorts, it's just the opposite. So shorts would be opening range high, opening range low, a break of the opening range low, a pullback, and then I'm looking to short on that retest. Sometimes I do take that initial pump, but today with the news coming out, I just couldn't do that. But that's kind of like my trade that I'm always looking for.
Yeah, dude, I think that was a great trade on your end.
Yeah,
that long.
Win or lose, I got to take it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't. There's nothing that I'm seeing to enter a trade right now. But I tried the longs on NQ, tried the shorts on NQ after, got stopped on both. Tried the longs earlier over here, tried the shorts back on the retest of the orb high.
There you go.
And got stopped on this pump right here. So I am waiting for the next opportunity. I don't really want to force anything, but what I would like to see specifically on NQ is something like this, right? Like a retest of this IB high, ideally, maybe a pullback back into the IB high, but it's not super clean, in my opinion, right now. The thing is, on these days, like you get those entries, like what James, like you kind of just have to enter on that momentum.
Yeah,
I don't really like to do that. Like
sure.
I struggle to do that.
I would say that, and I would say that's kind of like my go-to trades. Like you heard me say, I don't really know whether this could easily come back down, and then I saw it pushing through, the opening range high. And I was like, I've got to take this,
Yeah, it's those types of entries I don't really find too much success with, where you're like buying like on consecutive green candles.
Sure.
I don't know. There are so many opportunities where I could do that and it would work well. Like I think it's a great model to enter, but I don't know. I like to specify the price a little bit more.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of trading. So if I also just take it back to the edgeful screener. So if I just go, let's bring up my screen here. Like, there we go. Let's go like this. So like most of all, we are favoring the longs. That's what also helped me kind of just be like, yes, I took the first initial loss on the longs. We had that deeper pullback. But this edgeful screener just tells me, okay, just chill, James. Like, price is still holding above the opening range lows. It's not like we're tanking off a cliff. Still holding pre-market lows. And that's why I stayed, stuck to my guns there, just back in the data. We have most of this, like NVDA is bullish, Netflix is bullish, Tesla first hour is bullish. Even though we were coming off the highs, I still wanted to stay focused on those longs. I could definitely see this rolling over from here. I would not look to buy at this level though.
Yeah, I agree. It's the fact that ES didn't make a new high day or break that IB high on this run is kind of crazy, but yeah, I don't know. Just looking for an opportunity here. I don't want to force anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that will probably be me done for the day, bro. I think I've done about 10 grand across personal and prop firm today. I'll have to double check.
That's insane. That's awesome.
Thanks, bro. Yeah. Just
yeah.
One day at a time, right?
It's the only way to do it, bro. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think, we're actually speaking about this in our group. Like trading's kind of like, and entrepreneurship is like a marathon with no finish line. Like you trade well one day and you're like, yes, I've just made 10 grand across my accounts. And then you come the next day and you're like, oh, I can be a little bit more chilled in my risk management. And that's where you get smoked. There's no finish line, unfortunately, in this game,
I know, dude. And being able to deal with that, I think, is so important, where you're just like, you forget about the day before. I think like last week, I don't remember, but I think since we started these streams, every day so far, for me at least, has been green.
Yeah.
On stream has been green.
Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I always try to forget about that, because today I'm assuming is going to be a red day, honestly. Like I'm not really seeing too much form here. But yeah, every day has been green for me so far. And like now I'm sitting here taking 3 consecutive losing trades, just like off, either on my long bias the first 2 times. Like the first 2 trades I took were long bias. Second trade was short bias. The long bias obviously played out, but was just too early. Like stop was too tight. And usually I have a 50-point stop. So, I mean, today was just, I tightened my stop too much. And yeah, just like not a great day in terms of like execution from my end, but you just have to continue to just like reset every single day.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. NQ trading back above 410, but I'm not too convinced of those at that level to be buying at.
Yeah. Apple pushing, Broadcom. I don't know. There's really not much here. Like I'm expecting ES to take this IB high. Like it would be crazy if it didn't.
Yeah, why I'm struggling a little bit. Look at Tesla again, kind of also struggling there as well.
Yeah, Meta kind of a little bit of a pullback. I mean, it could continue higher, but if we pull up the screener again slowly, not much has changed in terms of the screener. We're looking for these breaks of the IB first, but I'm expecting ES to break, obviously, this IB high. It's not really that wild of a thought here.
It's crazy actually that we've moved higher, because I did have a short bias coming into the open before the open printed.
Oh, I had a long bias going into the open, but
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, just Mondays are so bullish all the time that
they are, bro.
It's hard to be short on like the day, like more of like the session time frame, but I don't know.
Oh, we can end the stream here in the next couple minutes.
Yeah.
I think a little bit more tough trading price action today, but we also have spoken about that data with edgeful where the volume picks up as the week continues too. So, these moves aren't, look at the NQ trading back underneath 400. So these moves aren't, particularly early in the week, you're not going to have these massive moves, in terms of volume.
Exactly.
I can pull up that report as well. I think it's called the volume and range by weekday report.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. You can see like this is like look in the last 6 months as the week continues, Friday is obviously the most volume. And that's where, if I look at my own data, most of my good trading comes from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday onwards. I sometimes tend to stop around in the beginning of the week because I'm coming off the weekend. You know, maybe I'm a little too blasé. So that coincides with a bit of the data that I'm seeing. So, yeah. But we are streaming again. We have 400 people watching us trade lives. We are going to be streaming again on Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. André will be live as always, taking trades in front of you guys, showing you, you know, why we are taking them. And but yeah, André, any last thoughts before we leave?
No, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a tough one, bro. I think you took a good trade, you know, on the first long. It's a good level that you're trading off of. That's why I took it too.
Yeah, just like not my day today. Like that's
but I guess this is where, you know, in the start of the stream where you're saying about like that risk management. You can't be over leveraged, over position sized. And no one wins 100% of the time. Yeah, I'm ending green today, but I took a loss first, and then you got to shake it off and then bounce back and try and make it happen. So
100%.
Yeah. We'll be live again on Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can obviously rewatch the stream. It's on YouTube and then I'll be in the edgeful Discord rest of the week as well, as always. Yeah. But yeah, I think, tougher price action today. Look at Tesla coming back down now. Look at that. Yep.
Let me see. Yep. Tesla reversing, Meta reversing.
Yep.
ES and Q reversing. I cannot believe ES didn't break that high. Honestly.
But
just like I don't have a good read today.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Fair play. You know, you sometimes you just gotta take it and be like, listen, I'm not seeing it too great, and I'm actually happy I finished green because I didn't have a great read on it either.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you on Friday. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye, guys.